September 13th, 1987?
Yeah.
It's my birthday.
Your birthday too?
It's her birthday today.
She's 40 years old, right?
Well,
I see that thing up there. It says life begins at 40.
Well,
You fall out, wear out, and
a woman,
spread out. Huh?
hey, a woman is as old as she looks. A
Yeah,
man is not old till he stops looking.
that's right. Sounds good, Walter. Yeah, that sounds good. Should we hear how that sounds on here? It's on here. Now, I'm John Sandness. I grew up in Minnesota, and then I moved up here in 1969.
Oh, yeah, Minnesota.
Yeah. And you were born where?
I was born in Alberta. Castor, Alberta.
C-A-S?
Castor.
That's just like Beaver. Beaver Castor,
yeah,
right?
Like Beaver Castor.
Yeah, Castor,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was born 3 miles north of Castor on a little farm there.
Your name?
Old Walter Pyle.
Okay, what's the O for? What's the O for, right,
That's
Mary?
it. I just get in the habit because when I get about 90, I'll be starting to get old then.
Oh,
Little
okay,
bit, not
okay.
much.
Yeah. Not, and you're not related to Gomer, you told me that.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, Gomer Pyle. He's a good singer.
You know, I could have relations in the United States that I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
I knew one uncle, he's dead now, was down there. My mother, she was born in the city of Chicago.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
My
Yeah,
dad,
the
he
big
was-
city.
My father, he was born in Missouri.
Uh-huh.
But I'm a Canadian because I was born in
In Castor, Alberta.
Yeah, I was born in Canada.
Yeah. What did your dad do? Was he a farmer?
Well, he was kind of a rancher.
A rancher. Oh, yeah.
And,
Yeah. But in Missouri, what did he do?
Well, I guess he was worked on ranches. And
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You don't think of
I think
Missouri.
he cooked in some places. He was pretty fair cook. You know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But,
No.
he was a pretty good rider and roper, and he worked it out. My uncle, he had one uncle. He was, well, his name was Luther, but they called him Jack.
Mhm.
My uncle Jack.
Mm-hmm.
He was at what's that place in southern Alberta where they have stampedes?
Calgary.
No, another little place. by Pincher-
Camel?
by Pincher Creek.
Camrose?
Oh, some little stampede head down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Anyway, he went to rope a calf, and someone or another broke his arm.
Oh.
And by golly, he finished tying the calf and with his one arm, and he took the first prize there.
Even with a broken arm.
Yeah, after he broke his arm, he
Boy,
didn't
he must have
stop.
been excited.
He tied the calf down and got the first prize. So he
Yeah.
got the first money because he
Yeah.
done it in less time, you know. And the rest
Yeah.
of them.
Well, when were you born, Walter? What year?
Born in February the 3rd, 1914.
Mm-hmm. Right before the Second World War.
Yeah.
Right before it, yeah. So you didn't serve in the Second World War.
No.
He was in diapers. Yeah. Okay, now we'll get a little bit of information from Mary here. What was your maiden name, Mary?
Mary Agnes Alok.
Alok.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
A-L-O-O-K. Alok.
Alok, yeah. Mm-hmm. And where were you born?
In Wabaska, Alberta, north of Lesser Slave. About 95 miles north of Lesser Slave.
Oh
Lake,
boy,
Alberta.
you were up north.
Yeah.
You were far north. I've flown over that in a plane,
Mm.
and it looks just like on the map. So, and when were you born?
I was born in December 13th, 1925.
So it is your birthday.
It's my birthday
No.
today.
Yeah. And I think I got her age figured out too. She's either 62 or 63. Right?
63.
Yeah, yeah. I let her say it though.
Yeah, I thought it was 70. He sure looks older than 63.
Oh no, I don't think so. No. No. No.
And I had a tough time in my family. I was 6 years old when they picked me up where I was staying, my dad's mother, my grandmother's place. I was 6 years old. I was a treaty Indian, and they just picked me up like a dog and put me in the mission. Which I was lonesome. I didn't know one word in English, just Cree. And then I asked my granny, I asked her where they're going to take me. They're going to bring me back home. Oh yeah, they're going to bring you back home tonight. They come in a sleigh, team of horses in winter time. It was after New Year's. They come in a sleigh with horses and a minister and his interpreter. You know, he had an interpreter.
He could speak Cree. What branch of Cree was that? What tribe?
I don't know what that is.
Slavey?
No. Just northern, they call it Northern Cree.
Northern Cree, yeah.
Because we're up north there, you know. I don't understand Slavey or these Kootenays here. I can't understand their language. I have my own language, which I talk, you know.
Could you say your name and where you were born in Cree?
Yeah. Nia, Mary Agnes, Look, Ginistaugen, Wabaska, Alberta, December 13th, 1925.
And you had some brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I had one brother and 4 sisters. There's just 2 of us now alive, my youngest sister and me. I'm the oldest in the family, and she's the youngest. Oh no, we got another one, another sister. She lives in Peace River.
Oh yeah.
She's second youngest.
So, you don't remember much of your. Did you go back to your family? Did you?
No.
Did you stay at the mission?
Till I was 16, I had to stay there in the mission.
You stayed at the mission?
Yeah, all the time. I never even go home for holidays, no.
Oh.
I stayed in the mission steady.
Oh.
Which I liked it when I learned how to talk English, you know. I didn't mind it. I had a girl. I had long hair and I had moccasins tied up in my ankles, you know. And this girl, she look after me. She teach me how to talk English. She say a word in Cree and then in English, and then she teach me every time she has spare time when she's not working, when she's not in school. And I go to school too. I listen to the kids what they talk about and all that. And then when I was about 8 years old, I was understand real good, but I couldn't talk. I was shy to talk. And then they tell me not to be shy. Everybody learn to talk English when they're Cree. When they talk Cree only, they said to me, the ladies, they were from the States, the women that look after us.
Well, they were. Were they nuns?
Yeah.
Were they nuns?
No, just ordinary white ladies. You know. They're not married. They're just single. They send them from the States. That I guess.
What was the name of their order? Did they have an order? Like they weren't nuns though.
No, they were not nuns. They were just white women. You know.
Missionaries.
Yeah, missionaries. And then they were really good to us. They teach us everything. And 2 older women, they come there and teach us how to scale a fish and, you know, men clothes, men moccasins for the boys, men overalls. They teach us everything, you know, and that was really nice. They paid them so much a month, them 2 old ladies, and which was nice for us, and it was nice to visit us too at the same time. Them old ladies, you know, they teach us everything what to do, and we were happy with them, and we were glad that they had come to work there and show us everything, how to skin a fish and, you know, smoke it.
Well, you never had a chance for your parents to show you that. Your parents.
I used to. Finally, about 13, 14. I was 14 years old. They finally let me go home to my dad and family. But my dad and we were poor. Because I was lucky to be in the mission. You know, my dad trapped and he drink a lot. And I used to run back to the mission. You know. I get scared when they were drinking or fighting or quarreling, you know.
Yeah.
I went back to the mission and they asked me, the women, they said, Mary, why you come running home for? It's not supper time yet. We're supposed to, we get out Saturday afternoons, 1 o'clock after we finish cleaning up everything. Then we go home 1 o'clock till 5 o'clock and then come get ready for supper, you know, and then I used to run home about 3 o'clock, maybe 2:30. I run back to when I know my dad and mom were drinking, so I ran back, but I didn't want to tell the ladies that look after me, you know. I feel the same of my family, but I guess that's what you were doing
Well,
anyway, you know. And
That happens in white families too, you know. Same thing, right, Walter? That happens in any family. It doesn't matter what nationality or what group. Yeah.
It really hurt my feelings. Then after I grew up, when I was 16, then I had to leave school now for good. So I asked the matron, I asked the lady that looked after us, I guess I couldn't stay here any longer now. I said, I guess I'll have to go home. I don't know where I'm going to stay, my mom's or my granny's. Or maybe you could stay at granny's, she said to me, your grandmother. And I said, okay. So they give me some clothes, some seats, and all kinds of stuff, you know.
Seeds for growing?
Yeah, for pillows and blankets, you know.
Oh, sheets.
Bedding.
Yeah, bedding, blankets,
yeah.
and some clothes and stockings and everything they give me. Big boxes. So I wanted my brother come and get me, and I told him that go ask Daddy if I can go stay with Granny. I said to Grandma. I said, and he said okay. So he had a saddle horse. He come and pick me up, and he brought another saddle horse for me to ride home in. So he went to ride. He went back. He left one horse there, tied up in the gate there in the mission yard. So he ran back, and he said, "Okay, Daddy's going to take you in the canoe to Granny's. My Granny lived way at the end of the lake, you know, and they lived in right."
And that was Lesser Slave Lake? Lesser?
Yeah. And no, this is Wabasca, where I was raised up, you know, way at the end of the lake there at Wabasca, and where my grandmother had a farm. She had lots of cows, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So I stayed with my grandmother. So my dad told me it's okay if your sister wants to stay with Granny. I'll take him in the canoe. He got a motorboat, so he drove me down there. My brother went and turned the horses loose. He come with us down there to my grandmother's. And so once in a while, my dad and mother, they come and get butter. You know, my granny made butter, you know.
She churned it?
Yeah. And then my mom and dad, they come and get butter, and they come and get some, my granny makes some cheese too, you know, cheese all that. And she made homemade bread, and they come and get some once a week sometimes twice a week. They come and visit when I was down there.
So you were raised by your grandmother?
Yeah. So then I heard there was women's young girls wanted in a Catholic. Where ours is on this side of Point, the Anglican church where I was raised up. And the Stony Point, the Catholics, they have their own at the end.
Yeah, the other end, yeah.
So I heard my brother come and tell me, "Sis," he said, "you want to work?" I said, "Where?" I said, and he said, they want girls about 16, 17, 18 years old to go work at the Catholic mission over there to help the sisters work. And I said, and my dad said, our dad said, "If you want to go to work, I'm going to go ask for you. And if they want you to go sign up your name, I'll come and pick you up. I'll bring the horse," he said. I said, "Okay, I'll go to work if they want me to go to work." And he took a drive, I guess he went on a horseback, went down and see the father. The father is the boss, you know, Catholic father.
Right, yeah.
And he asked, "My sister wants to work if you hire her, but she's an Anglican and she's not a Catholic." I guess my brother, I told him to tell him that I was an Anglican.
Yeah.
So he said, father said, "Oh, okay, you can have your sister come herself and come introduce us to herself," he said, the father. So my brother come with a horse. He got one horse for me to ride, and we ride over to Stony Point. We call it They call it Damaris now. That's where we went, and I went and see Father, and he said, "Okay, Mary, we'll give you a job.
Mm-hmm.
You're the first one to come and apply for a job," he said, "and we'll give it to you," he said.
What did you have to do?
Well, we worked in the bakery, laundromat, kitchen, Father's house, hospital. They had a
The whole
hospital
work?
there too.
Oh, they
They
did?
take you, I worked for the Father's house first, and then I go around like this to the hospital next, and then to the to the bakery, and then to the kitchen, and then to the sewing room, and then to the laundromat, and then the bakery.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every month we change work.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
these-
Did you have other girls helping you?
Yeah, there's about 10 of us altogether,
Mhm.
girls. Now, I
You-
had
you're-
one girlfriend named Flora Henderson, and she's dead now. She died of cancer.
Mm.
She was my best friend. That's the first one I met when I went over there. I didn't know nobody because I was raised up in this mission, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know the Catholics, the girls that were raised up in the Catholic mission,
Mhm.
or the boys. I never knew no soul at all, you know. Just that's the first one I knew was Angeline Anderson, the one, my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I felt
Well-
sorry for her when she got married, and then she didn't have no kids of her own. Their dad raised him up. Their mother died when she was young. I guess that's what she had, her mother's sickness or something.
Mm-hmm.
So their dad raised them up, and he was the milkman, you know, looked after the
Mm-hmm.
barns, and he bring the milk in a buggy, and you know, little two wheels, and there's two milk cans, you know, four or six sometimes. They got a
With
little
the little
dog.
tin lid on
Yeah,
it that slips
yeah,
down and bang, it starts
Yeah,
with a clang. Yeah, yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
he had those. He comes in there, and he comes in the bakery and separates the milk, and then we give him already the cream jars and, you know, skim milk. He takes the skim milk with him to feed the pigs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they were rich, them Catholics, better than ours there where we were raised.
At the
Oh,
mission.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were rich people, some Catholics. So they had cows, they had horses, and all kinds, chickens. They even had chickens.
Is that right? Yeah.
And everything, you know. And us, we didn't. The mission where I was raised up, they had to buy their own eggs and vegetables. They had a big garden at that Catholic mission,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, and
yeah,
canned stuff.
yeah.
You know how busy the sisters are. You know, they're
Mhm,
really good
mhm.
workers. They
Mhm.
canned all kinds of vegetables, and they buy berries, you know, wild berries,
Yeah,
and
from
they
the
can
Indians.
all of
Yeah,
them too. Yeah,
Mhm.
they're really good workers, and then they're really good to. If you listen to them when they tell you something to do, they teach you everything. You
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah. So you were
Yeah.
impressed.
Yeah, no, I was happy when I had that girlfriend with me. They always put her close to me where we both worked the same place at the time, you know.
So you
There's
could
two
visit.
girls work in the bakery, two girls in the kitchen, two girls in the hospital, and all them places, you know, two each. She's always worked with me, you know,
Mm-hmm.
which was nice, you know. And then the sisters, they know I didn't. I told the sister superior, the head sister, I told her that, you know what, I said, I get so lonesome sometimes, I don't know nobody. Oh, you'll get used to the girls, don't worry, we'll let you have Angeline with work with you all the time. She said, and I was happy when she said that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, how long did you stay there?
I stayed till I got married. This was in 1946. 46, I was 16, 47, 48, 49. 49, I guess I was. I worked 3 years, just about 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
$10 a day, but then that time everything was cheap, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You could get yourself all dressed up with $10. You buy a cloth, you make your own blouse and
Did
skirt
you do that?
and your underclothes. Yeah, they had sewing machine in the sewing room. That's where I got to learn to sew with them sinner sewing machine, you know.
Oh yeah.
In the mission there, when I went to work for the sisters,
Yeah.
they had about a dozen of them sewing machines, and they teach us everything to how to make our clothes and everything. You know.
So you learned how on one of those,
yeah,
and now you
that's-
still use it.
I still use it. It's not working properly. I gotta take it in Penticton sometime when I happen to think of it. Every time we go, we forget.
That's Cedars.
It's not-
Cedars there.
Sinner sewing machine,
Cedars,
you
yeah.
know. I gotta take it some time to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Where I sew, the stitches go about that long, you know. They go. They
Oh,
jump.
that's too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, way too long. Yeah.
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 So we gotta get it fixed. And I want to get some varnish, you know, to get it all
Yeah.
varnished nice and clean and painted, you know. And
Yeah.
moving around, it's being torn up. The little drawers there, Walter fixed them up now. They won't go. Now I guess we won't move anyway for a while anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Well,
have a good place here, close to the river, you know.
isn't that
and,
nice?
Yeah.
Do you ever go fishing there?
No.
Hey, there's
But
fish.
there's always
There's,
kids
There's
there
fish
playing.
over there. You can see them
Splashing.
Oh, sure,
Yeah.
there's fish there. You
And
betcha.
I seen a guy fishing at times on another
Yeah.
deep hole that's
Yeah.
across the river.
Yeah. Well, I've got
I
fish
know.
along there. You
I
know.
never got around to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't use bait anymore in this
No.
river. You
I
gotta
make
use,
flies, you know.
Yeah, you gotta make fly hooks. Yeah.
Yeah, I make those, Walter. Well, anyway, so then you got married.
Then I got married in 1945. I got married. I just worked how many years? About 2 years, I guess.
Yeah.
1916, when I was 16. Then I got married when I was 19.
Mm-hmm.
1945, I got married right on New Year's Day. That's when our mission burned down.
Oh no, the same
yeah,
day you got
where
married.
I was raised up, yeah. And we had all our names, you know, even my aunties, my uncles, you know, my mom's brothers
On the
and
wall?
sisters. Yeah, on the wall, yeah, and they all burned. That church burned down too, and our mission burned down. The lady put some turkeys in for New Year's dinner after the church service. Well, I went to church. That was the last time I went to church. Went to church, and the girls, they said, "Oh, I guess she's put the turkeys in for my girlfriends there. They were still in the mission." She said, they said, "I guess she put the turkeys in now." She said, "I was going home there. I heard somebody say, 'Oh, the mission burned down.'" We were all halfway home yet.
No.
My mom's place. I was staying at my mom's for New Year's. My grandmother come too and for New Year's to town, and I come with her. And we ran back to the mission was all burned up already. And the kids, you should see the kids all ran home. They were happy it burned out, but they go home for the
No school then, huh?
No school, no. And then they had an old Rivian store there close where we had a schoolhouse. That didn't burn, the schoolhouse didn't burn, but the church and the mission burned up, and they had an old Rivian store there.
What's a
and then they
Rivian?
rented, yeah.
Oh, what do you call it?
Rivian store? I don't
No,
know.
I don't know what that is.
It's an old, some Germans, they come there and put up a store, they call it Rivian store.
Oh, okay. A
And,
trading post?
Yeah,
kind of a trading post?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they bought fur and all that.
Yeah.
But then it closed up when I was about 12 years old, I guess, and then they borrowed that for school for the kids to stay in. They let the kids stay home for a month anyway. Then
Right in the middle of the
got
winter.
that house for rent for them to stay in.
Yeah, right in the middle of the winter.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well,
And then I got married in 1945.
yeah.
New Year, right on New Year's Day, and then the ladies, they come and brought me some furniture. You know, furniture, bed and table and chairs.
Yeah.
The ones that were keeping me there, they got some furniture second hand, but it was nice. You know.
Yeah.
They had new furniture, and they said the first girl that gets married, one of you girls that are leaving school now, we ordered new furniture. The first girl that gets married will get the furniture, bed and bed and chairs.
They're
yeah.
used stuff.
Yeah, they're used, and closet. I don't know what a dresser and a mirror and a little table and a little chair, little stool. So I was the first one to get married, and they give me that stuff.
Yeah, that was nice of them. They didn't have to do that,
that's
huh?
right. Yeah,
That was nice.
They come and watch the dancing, and then we had some my sisters and my aunts. They all cooked for me for my wedding, and then they come. Them women that take care of me, that raised me up. They were getting old too, and she come and have supper there. Where I had my wedding. After the wedding, we had.
Now, where did you live then? Right there?
Right there. While, how many years? 45, 46. just about a year, I guess. I lived in Wabasca, and my husband was getting restless. No job up there in Wabasca, so we come. My one of my auntie, that one on that side, her husband and her, they come and visit in Wabasca in fall of 1946. So she asked us if we want to come with them and live with them. They're close to by them, to live close by them. He was working in a sawmill.
Oh, yeah.
So my husband, he said, okay, we'll get ready, we'll go with them. They bought a team of horses, wagon, they come in a wagon, my auntie and them. And we had saddle horses, me and my husband, and a pack horse.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I ride with my auntie and them, sometimes I ride in the horseback and just take turns, and then we come to Slave Lake.
And you put your furniture in the wagon.
Yeah, no, I left it with my mother-in-law's place. They give us a house. My mother-in-law, they give us a house.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Now, where was this at? No.
Wabasca.
Still Wabasca, yeah.
And then he come work, and my husband, me, I used to babysit for a teacher. I had a job of my own, and my husband was working in the sawmill. He was a canter, they roll the logs to,
and then cut it.
Yeah.
And then they roll it and cut it and roll it.
Turn it.
To get it square.
And that's what he had the job. Day and night in the spring, the next spring in 1946, the next spring, he worked day and night for about 10 days, trying to finish the logs, the sawmill. Then we all moved out of there, and then it was over for till next fall. This was in Asino River, Asino, next to Canyon Creek. I don't know if you've been to Canyon Creek.
No.
It's close to Canyon Creek, and it's between High Prairie and Slave Lake. There's just a little town.
I've been to High Prairie.
Oh yeah, not many people's there to in Asino.
Yeah, I've been to High Prairie.
Yeah.
Middle of the night, on a bus. Never saw anything, just a few street lights. I was so tired. I got off the plane in Edmonton, and then I went over to Dawson Creek, and I took the Greyhound bus. Tired? Ooh, that was a long trip. But anyway, so now that we've reached the fall of what, 47?
47.
Yeah.
Then we went and looked for some more job. We went picking roots this time, me and my husband.
What kind of roots?
All kinds of these roots. Little poplar trees, little willows.
What for?
For the farmers.
Oh, they wanted them out of the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
This was in Donley Corner. We bought a team of them. My husband made lots of money, and I made money too, babysitting for that teacher.
Yeah.
$15 a day I made, and he made about 60, and day and night he worked. But he was overtired, he couldn't sleep, Then he rested for about a week. I told him, you better rest for about a week, and then we'll start looking for a team of horses and a wagon, because this was spring now, Still snow on the ground, but it was going to
Getting
be
ready to
spring.
move. Getting ready to move?
Yeah. So we got a team of horses, real good horses, a mare and her.
Gelding?
Yeah. They were nice horses, and we got all ready to just get on the wagon, horses and harness and everything. And it's a bench on there made nice, for us to sit on. And then we got those team of horses for $950.
Yeah.
Just to get on it, and that was it. And we started moving. He rested a week, and then he was okay. Then we started looking for.
Now, where did you head to then?
We come from Asino, that's on the other side of High Prairie. We come to Donley Corner. You ever been to Donley Corner?
No, just High River.
Oh yeah. Donley Corner, that's between Valley View, going towards Edmonton Highway. Valley View and Peace River in between there. We took us about a week to get over there to Donley
You
Corner.
camped out every night?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what would you eat?
We bought our groceries,
Yeah.
We bought groceries. We bought, my husband, sometimes it's all bush where we were traveling.
You didn't find any grouse?
Well, yeah, we eat some of those kind and some rabbits and whatever we could catch, you know.
They're good in the summer.
Yeah, in the summer.
Those grouse are good in the summer, aren't they?
Yeah.
And we come to a lake, and my husband said, "Oh, this is a nice place for the horses to tie up. We'll stay here about 3 days. I'll try and look for some eggs." He said, "You know, wild eggs,
Ducks?
you know,
Ducks?
duck
Yeah,
eggs.
yeah.
And I'll try and get some ducks." He said. So he had a shotgun. His dad gave him a shotgun, and his uncle gave him a 30-30, and he had a 22 of his own, and he had all kinds of guns. So he said, "I'm going to go around the lake and see if I can get a few eggs, wild eggs." Sure enough, he took a pail full of eggs, he could bring home, and 3 mallards, you know, mallards, nice and fat. And then we cleaned them. He helped me clean them. He was raised up. He never went to school. My husband, he never went to school.
So he knew how to do
He
things.
knew everything. His
In the
auntie
woods.
raised him up, and he showed me how to. Because I was raised up in a white style.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was raised up in an Indian style. So he teach me everything
Yeah.
to pluck
And I
up.
imagine you taught him some things too.
Yeah, and I told him to write in English, and I talked to him in the words in Cree, and then I say them in English. He understands very well too, you know. And
Was he pretty
I let
smart?
him sign his name. Yeah.
Was he pretty smart?
Not too good. Sometimes he get mad at me.
Was
you
he
know.
smarter than Walter? I should say that today.
And then this is the story. This is about my family now. You know, my family.
Oh, but can I
My
get back to
children.
the eggs? What did you do with the eggs?
Oh, we eat. I cook all of them. You know, I saved some, about 30. I saved fresh. You know, we can fry them, and I boil all of them so they don't get spoiled. Cause we have to move.
Did you find any little ducks in them?
Yeah, some little ducks.
You eat them too?
No.
You know,
My husband, he liked eating them. I didn't.
yeah.
I didn't like.
You know those little ducks inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
you saw the Indians down there along Slave Lake. That was in the 1930.
Mm.
And they cook them up. They call them squibs or something. They cook with
yeah.
the young bird right in the
Yeah,
shell.
in there, yeah.
And they eat that. You know, that's
Yeah.
really a delicate dish for some of them.
I don't know, that kind of be hard for me.
They're good for me, but they're not spoiled, you see.
No, they aren't spoiled,
You
no,
see
no.
a rotten egg, you throw them away.
They were probably
You
live
know,
when they threw them in the
that's,
pot of
one
boiling water.
You see the canoes, you see, and they paddle around and they go to all these little islands and
Yeah,
points
find the
are
nests.
sticking out.
Yeah.
So I asked one guy, I said, what are they doing? Oh, he said they're getting eggs. That's
Yeah.
where I learned about
Yeah.
all about these
Yeah,
Indians.
that's where they have a big island, like, and that's where you get these seagulls. Oh, they're just packed of seagulls'
Oh, yeah.
eggs, you know, in a little island.
You ate seagull eggs?
No.
They're not supposed to be too good, seagull eggs, according to what I've heard.
I've never eaten 'em. I've eaten
Really
duck eggs
fishy.
and-
Yeah, they'll taste like fishy. That's what my grandmother
Yeah.
said. She tried some, I guess. And
I used to shoot carp with my bow and arrow. I grew up kind of like an Indian. I
Yeah.
really admired the Indians. There were Chippewas where I lived.
oh,
Ojibwe,
Mhm,
Ojibwe
yeah.
and Chippewa.
Yeah.
And anyway, I would shoot these fish with my bow and arrow,
Mm.
suckers,
Mm.
and then I'd smoke them.
Mm.
And I had 2 pet crows, and I'd feed them to my
Mhm.
pet crows. Yeah.
We used to snare ours, jackfish in the spring when they come in the creek, you know.
Yeah,
We used to snare them with rabbit wire, snare wire.
yeah, yeah.
And you put the stick and then you have your
Noose?
and then you just hold it there and you just
You
go
get a
like
long
that
stick,
and
long
way
bill,
your
you
fish
see.
goes way up.
Yeah,
in
did
the-
you ever get such a big one that you had trouble
No.
yanking them out? No? Sometimes they get like that, you know.
You
Some-
don't snare them, you snare, most of them you snare about so
They're
big.
only that long, yeah.
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 I snared lots of them.
Did you snare a lot? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You get a stick about as long as they're covered, you know,
Yeah.
long, like a long fishing pole.
Yeah,
We used
yeah.
to use willow for fishing
Yeah,
with
yeah.
anyway, and just tie a string on there and a hook, you know.
Yeah.
Instead of that, you put a little copper wire and you make just like a rabbit snare on the end
Mm-hmm,
of it.
mm-hmm.
And then you put down the water and you put that around that blow around the neck. And
Oh, boy.
back behind
I'll bet
the
they
yellow.
were surprised.
Yeah.
You know, I'll bet the fish was
You know,
surprised.
but then some of them, these young boys, they were smart. They think they were smart. You know, they go and shoot them with 22.
Yeah.
That's not. We told them, don't come around here close to us. We feel sorry for them. this is good, bad enough. We tell them we snare them, you know.
Never.
But they want to shoot them, you know,
See,
and
one of the
then,
predators, you know, when you shoot right at the fish,
Miss it
you
every
don't
time.
get it. It shoots high.
Yeah.
You're gonna shoot, you gotta aim on the side
Yeah,
of the fish.
yeah. That's how I do with my bow and arrow too.
Yeah, yeah. You'd
They
have to
go.
aim the
My
side.
arrow would go right over the top of them.
yeah.
But if I shot low, I'd hit them.
You gotta kind of guess at the depth of the water.
Yeah.
and
The
reflection.
deeper they are, the lower you have to shoot.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, it goes on an angle. See.
But you can't shoot too deep with a 22. A 22 won't go down
Well,
very far.
Most of our
Yeah,
shot was just
yeah.
in little creeks where they.
Yeah,
That's in
yeah,
the 1930s. It was coming up in this country. An Indian, he showed me how to shoot with a 22.
Yeah.
We had an Indian traveling with us, old Joe Whitford.
Woodford. Whitford. Yeah.
And his family were pretty young then.
Yeah.
They settled in Fort St. John, and finally Joe, he died, and the old lady's dead. And
Oh,
some of the children are still living.
Huh. Well,
He learned me a lot, that old Indian.
did you ever learn how to shoot a bow and arrow?
Oh yeah, I learned how to shoot a bow and arrow after fashion when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Sure. My dad made me one time. It was only about so long. I forget what kind of wood he made out of.
Yeah.
They were always strong, you know.
Yeah.
You'd take well, they made flint arrows, but he'd take a little piece of tin and around the circle and put a tin point on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got so you could shoot.
Would you shoot rabbits?
No, I never killed a rabbit or anything.
Oh.
I guess, you could, I guess, if you had the
Yeah.
right kind of a head on.
Yeah. There were some crazy kids in my neighborhood. We used to shoot at each other. Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah, we used to make bows out of willows and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Quite good size. I remember listening at it only got so long, you know, it wasn't very big.
Yeah.
Oh, powerful.
Powerful, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
strong, you know.
Yeah.
Really
The boys in the mission, they had slingshots, you know,
Uh-huh.
and then they had some snares their parents give them. And our relations, like my mom's brothers, you know, they go there Saturday, Sunday they let them go hunting, you know, go for a walk in the bush. One of the men that look after the boys, they go with him and they go show him how to shoot, you know, with bow and arrows. They have bow and arrows, and then they have slingshots, and some of them they use rocks just to throw at the birds, you know. Then
they
they
pretty
bring
good
lots
shot?
of grouse, you know.
They brought them back, huh?
Yeah, they gotta bring lots. Sometimes we have enough for supper.
Yeah.
We ask girls that they take all the feathers out, because you got when you kill a grouse, you have to take the feathers out right away. If you don't, and then all the skin just comes off too, you know. But then it's better with the skin off when you eat it, you know. But it tastes better with the skin on.
What kind of grouse? Them pintails, or was it
Huh?
willow grouse, or pintails, or them spruce?
Willow
Oh,
grouse.
oh yeah, them willow. They're good eating white meat.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
How about ptarmigan? Were you far enough north to see ptarmigan?
No, I don't. We had some white ones. White.
That's ptarmigan,
White,
yeah.
right.
The white
yeah,
ones.
we seen some one winter. Oh,
They
were
go, whack, whack,
Yeah,
whack, whack,
they
whack,
don't keep-
whack, whack.
Yeah,
Have you heard that sound?
yeah.
Yeah, they
There
make a,
were lots right where we raised the kids. Had little buffalo there where we raised
Yeah.
the kids. That's where we landed that little buffalo when we started having
Yeah.
kids, my husband and I, and
Yeah.
then they had a missionary school there.
and they went there, huh?
Yeah, we live right there. They run to school and they come
How many
home
kids
for
did you
dinner.
have?
12.
12 kids. Is it really cheaper to have kids by the dozen?
That time.
Yeah, they're cheap.
That time it was cheaper, but then everything was not high like it is now,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I'm happy I raised my kids when they were cheaper stuff, you know, not like now. You get overalls for the kids.
Yeah,
jeans,
25 bucks.
$25, $26.
Yeah. So you had 12 kids.
Yeah. But me, I ordered cloth in like overall cloth in Eaton's or Sears, you know, and then I make my own. Because we were taught when I went and worked for the sisters, they taught us. They made all the clothes for the kids.
The sisters did, yeah.
And then we work in the sewing room to teach us everything, what to
Yeah.
make shirts and slacks.
Did you ever
for
make things out of flour sacks?
Oh yeah.
Did ya?
Yeah.
How
We
did you
made
get the
blouses and
How'd you get the labels off?
I soak them in soapy water, you know, and
Where
then
the
the
label
paint comes off. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh,
I just forget how. It's one way you soak them and all that print will come right out of them.
yeah, yeah.
I forget what we put on.
I read that people did use those
Yeah,
flour sacks.
yeah.
Yeah.
I used lots when I was raised my kids. I made the girls little blouses, little skirts, you know, and
Hey, how about out of deer skin?
I never made nothing out of
Never made
no.
anything out of deer
No,
skin.
no.
Do you know anybody that knows how to tan deer skins? I got 8 of them. I've got 8 deer skins I need tanned.
Mm.
But anyway, if you ever hear of anybody that's tanning deer skins, let me know.
I got a friend over there in Merritt. When we go to Merritt, I'll ask her how
Will ya?
much she charged
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
tan
I
it
got
for
8
you.
of them.
She got everything. I know how to tan too, but I haven't got the equipment. I left it all in Alberta, you know.
Oh
when I
yeah,
come.
you did tan some
Yeah,
stuff?
I used to tan.
What'd you
some
tan?
Moose hides.
Moose hides,
Yeah,
big
moose
ones.
hides. Yeah,
Big ones.
but my auntie always helped me. You know Auntie Florrie Walter?
Yeah.
Florrie, she
Yeah.
teach me how. After I was married and had kids, you know, she come over there and stay with me. My uncle and her, they come and stay maybe a week or so in the fall. When the moose is walking around, you know, and they
Yeah,
kill
when they're
move one
chasing,
after another.
when they're
you know,
chasing the mises.
Yeah.
When the mooses are chasing the mises.
And we come there and they come and show me how. My husband, his auntie that he raised him, he did all tanning, helped her, you know, put all the hides up and tied them up and then scrape the fat off
Yeah,
and
tell
all
me
that.
about
Yeah.
it. Tell me
He
about it.
knows all about it.
I had to fool around and try that with an
Oh.
elk.
Oh.
My partner shot an elk,
Mm.
so I lived on a lake.
Mm.
So the first thing I did, I salted the elk. Put
Mm.
all kinds of salt on it,
Mm.
and that sucked up all the liquid, you know, took all the water out.
Mm.
Then I stuck this axe, double-bitted axe.
Mm.
I stuck that in a stump, and I scraped, scraped back and forth, and scraped all the meat off. Then I soaked it in the lake. And then I took it out of the lake and I scraped some more. Boy, that, you know, right around the neck of an elk, it's about that thick,
Mm-hmm.
a half an inch thick, the hide.
Mm.
But guess what? My elk had fleas, lice, and ticks. And guess where they all went? On me. When I was working on it. I felt like I was on fire, you know? I was burning up. So I went to the doctor. I said, there's something wrong with me. I said, look it, I'm all covered with red spots. I said, something's eating me up. You know what he did? He sent me down to the drugstore for flea powder. Like it says doggy
Yeah.
flea powder on it.
Mm.
And I salted myself with this flea powder. Oh, that was miserable. You never got any fleas or ticks? Oh.
Yeah, I've got
No.
I've got them on me. I've got ticks on me, you know.
Yeah, I've had ticks, but fleas and lice. They all came off
used
that
to-
darn elk.
Mm.
Crawled onto me.
Well,
Yeah.
weasels and squirrels, I had some stuff. I used to put them in a sack, and I wet the sack.
That's
with it,
what we used
hang
to
'em
do
up,
too in the trap
and
line.
hang them up and kill all the fleas on them because
They couldn't
Then you
breathe.
skin them.
before you'd skin them, you see,
Oh,
you
yeah,
hang
yeah.
them up there.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know anything about that.
I forget what I had some special stuff. I forget what I put on them darn things.
And it killed them, huh?
Oh yeah, it'd kill the fleas.
You get some in the Hudson Bay store. They give
But
you
the-
some.
Maybe I got it out of the story. I guess
Yeah.
some kind of
They
stuff.
probably
they
didn't
could
want
do.
you to bring any hides in there with fleas and lice on them.
Yeah, they
Well-
give them to you for nothing. them.
Yeah, I'll bet. They didn't want
Yeah.
them.
The
No.
fleas actually, they won't stay on a hide very long after.
As soon as it cools
after
off.
skin,
Yeah, it cools off.
They jump.
Well, they hopped right off of that thing while I was skinning it.
Yeah, that's what it was.
They
yeah.
hopped right onto me, yeah.
Them little hopping fleas, them little fleas, you know, they don't stay on you very long anyway. They climb or animally, they get in your carpet. They jump off you and they go back in the carpet and they get back on you, have feet and they go off you again.
Is that right? Yeah. They got,
You get a house or a
Like
building,
bed bugs.
yeah, they're infested with fleas. Them darn fleas,
yeah.
they go on you and feed and then they jump off again.
And that's at night, right?
Yeah.
They come at night. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. So, can you name all your kids?
Yeah, Roby, Ozzy, Marrier, and Raymond, William Raymond Marrier, Leonard Patrick Marrier, Nancy Bernadette Marrier, Jack Sylvester Marrier, Eddie Lawrence Marrier. Oh, who's next? Henry, no,
I think you're up to about 9.
9, and
I wrote it
Rough
down.
count.
I wrote it down
Henry.
the other day.
Henry Gerald Marrier and
Who was the youngest?
George.
There we go.
Henry Gerald Marrier, and then Roger Winston Roger Marrier, and Shirley Marrier, Brenda Marrier, Shirley Sandra Marrier, and George Francis Marrier. That's that.
Wow.
I wrote all our children down just to be doing it. I wrote their names down.
Yeah.
Order the ages.
Yeah.
Gee, I count them. They were 11. And I count them second time. They were 11. And I left one out. I left Jack out. That's my favorite.
No.
I don't know why I didn't write his name down, but I missed him.
I
I
knew-
looked at him and I said, "What's the matter here, Barry?" I said,
Yeah.
"I wrote all the names down, and they only got 11." You're supposed to have 12.
Yeah. This is a little story I'll tell you about, kind of on the same order. My brother married a girl whose father is a doctor, and he had 8 kids, which is kind of unusual, 8. Nowadays, to have 8. You don't usually have big families nowadays, right? It's too expensive, like you said.
No, the families are way smaller.
Way smaller, but he had 8.
Huh.
And they went on a trip, and I wonder if this happened to you, Mary. They went into a service station, a potty stop. They got 100 miles away from this little service station, and one of the kids said, "Ingrid's gone." And they said, "What do you mean Ingrid's gone?" "Well, Ingrid was in the bathroom when you left." "Well, why didn't you tell me then?" they said. So they turned around, went back, and there was Ingrid in the middle of a big bunch of people, happy as a lark. So they took a picture of this doctor and said something to the effect, "So many kids, he can't keep track of them," or something like that. But you said your kids used the buddy system, right? The older ones watched each other?
Yeah.
They sort of paired up according to age, huh? Okay. So then you were still at High River, High Prairie?
Little Buffalo.
Little Buffalo. Then after that you moved over to Fort St. John, and you got a job with the Human Resources.
Yeah.
Could you repeat that again?
I went and when I had some relations in Fort St. John, so I told this my auntie. I said, "Where's the Human Resources? I'm going to go there and ask for work, to guys to find me work." I said, and she said, "Oh, I'll drive you over there. I'll go show you." My auntie was her day off, and I was lucky her day off was on. That's Joe Grey's wife, Walter, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Veronica.
I know.
And she drove me over to the welfare office. I told her, coming in with me, I told her, and she said, okay. So we went in there, and I saw the social worker. I said, did you have an appointment to see somebody? She said to me, the clerk there. I said,
Yeah.
no, I just want to see the social worker if she's not too busy. I want to ask for work. And she said, oh, just sit down, I'll call you when, what's your name? She said, and I told her my name. She'll be finished in a few minutes. You can go in and see her. Nobody here anyway to see her right now. Nobody's got appointments. She said, so I went in. My auntie, she come with me. I told her, come in with me. I said, so she come in with me, and I said, I'll come and ask you if I can find a job for me. Look after elderly people or something, or old women's, not old men's. I told him I want old ladies.
Uh-huh.
Oh yes, she said, we're looking for a woman to look after 4 old ladies. They're living in their own homes. They lost their husbands, and cook for them. And you take the taxi whenever. They'll take the taxi. They'll pay for the taxi. And
Oh, that was nice, huh?
and you take them to the store and help them out with their shopping, whatever they want.
Mhm,
They'll tell you what they want, and you just take them around in the store. she said, and where are you staying? The social worker said to me, I don't know yet. I'll get myself a motel maybe. I said, oh, we'll pay you for looking after them old peoples. We'll get you a place to stay. You want us to find one for you right away? She said. I said, yes. I don't want to live with my auntie's got lots of kids, I said, and I don't want to stay with them. I want to stay all by myself. When I finish working, I want to have a good rest, I said, so I'll get up in the morning. And we'll make arrangements for you. She asked me if I had a vehicle. I said, no. We'll make arrangements for you. We'll tell them where we get a room for, where we get a place for you to stay. We'll send a taxi there every morning to pick you up and then take you home after work. You'll be finished about after 7 o'clock sometimes, she said, and clean their dishes and everything,
After supper.
put them to bed.
Yeah, after supper. Yeah.
And then sometimes they like you to stay overnight. You can stay. You phone the taxi if you're
And
not
tell 'em
going
you're not
home and
gonna-
stay
yeah, yeah.
overnight with the old people, she said.
Yeah,
And
especially when they weren't feeling good.
yeah,
Huh?
and she said, okay. I told her, okay. So she made arrangements for me. She said, after you finish, I'll come over. The last lady you're going to go see, I'll be over there to go see you. She said, and tell you about where I find a place for you to stay in. And I told all the taxi already to pick you up every morning. It will take you where you're going to go look after them old people, she said. She was really nice stuff.
You know where Charlie Lake is?
Yeah,
I went fishing in Charlie Lake.
yeah.
And also, I helped the guy build something there.
Oh,
A great big shed, machine shed.
oh yeah.
That was kind of interesting. So, but, okay, then, how long did you stay there?
I stayed there till I met this old
Well,
water
this warrior across the street here, huh? That's where she met you, at Charlie Lake. Huh?
No, it's Fort St. John.
Oh, Fort St. John. Oh,
Fort
I
okay.
St.
don't know this word.
Yeah.
I know this for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah. So,
So he asked me come and clean my trailer. I work for the highways. He was hooping around there drinking. That's where I met him. I went and looked for my cousin Lil.
Is he
That's
good
my
around there?
auntie's daughter, the one in the middle there.
yeah, yeah.
She lives in Fort St. John. She's married to a white man, and she have no kids. She had 2 kids before she married another guy. They had a divorce, and she is shacking up with another man now, and she only had 2 kids, a boy and a girl.
Did
It's my
anybody have
auntie.
12 like you?
No,
Did anybody-
no, nobody,
Nobody even came
No.
close, huh?
no.
Yeah.
So my auntie, that one on that side, the youngest one, she kept them kids for her,
Oh, yeah.
When she left Alberta, Wabasca, when she left Wabasca, and she come to Fort St. John, and I was looking for her, and I see Walter there with a bunch of them sitting in the bar there.
Yeah.
So they said to me, sit down. And I didn't feel like drinking. I told them I don't want to drink. I said, I'm working. And
Uh-huh.
so I went in the other bar, go look for my cousin. She was not there. They told me she was there a while ago. She might be at the Condell, they said, or at the fort. So I went to the fort and she was not there. So I went back and sat with them this year. His friends, how many was there with you? Herbie was there too? No, Herb was not there, eh?
I don't think Herbie
Just
might have been.
that there,
He didn't go in the bar very often.
no. That other Blackie, what's his name?
Old Blackie Chase.
Yeah, old Blackie, just that's the one he was sitting with and some other people stuff.
So he kind of
So
caught
he
you.
come and said to me, he said, come and clean my trailer. He had a
No.
trailer at Honeymoon Creek that time.
Uh-oh.
So
You should
I
have
said-
known there was problems right there. You should. Honeymoon
I think
Creek?
I told her to come and see it. I don't think.
Oh,
And
okay.
then I come there and see it, and that's the
There's a
start
thing.
of it.
Oh,
Well, she had to stay there. That time I broke 3 ribs.
oh, yeah.
The one was clearing 2 and poked him along, and the other 2
Oh,
were cracked.
gee. How'd you
I
do
went
that?
I went to the job and tried to work. Well, I was driving up there, and there was some hunters from, I don't know, the American hunters. They had a Jeep with a big iron bumper on it. They
Oh,
hit me behind.
Yeah, and threw you back,
Yeah, and went back, and then I come and
forward again.
Back to the wheel, I guess.
Right underneath the wheel like that. the
Oh,
wheel.
it got you right in the ribs.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And so I couldn't work. I went and I tried to work. I was doing the cleanup work there.
Yeah.
And one guy, I didn't like him anyway. Oh, they don't allow guys with broken bones to work around here. I found out I couldn't anyway.
Yeah, you went to the doctor finally, didn't you?
Well, I went to the doctor right away.
What did he say?
And, well, they taped me up,
Yeah,
taped one side up,
yeah.
and he didn't say I couldn't work. So I took my holidays and anyway, so I haven't been able to put some job.
Oh yeah. So then you got together up there. You saw each other.
Yeah.
Now who went after who?
And but you see, I got well, I'd had the tape off by that time, and I got pneumonia. In one lung, you see, pretty bad. And she stayed down there. She doctored me.
Oh yeah.
I would have died. I guess they took me to the hospital.
Oh, you saved his life?
Yeah.
I stayed there a
he
day or
was
two.
really sick, to tell the truth. He had pneumonia, I guess, you know.
Did he have
and
a
then-
fever and everything?
Yeah, oh, yeah. And I put Vicks all over him, you know, and
Yeah.
I put the hot,
She put hot-
steam, you know, on
Yeah.
his head. And then I changed his clothes and the bedding where
I'll bet he was
laying.
sweating, huh?
Oh, just soaking wet, you know.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah. I've had pneumonia 4 times. I know what it's all about.
I wouldn't stay in the hospital. You see, they took me to the hospital.
Why?
And I could never just stay in the hospital.
Why?
I don't stay any longer than I have to while you're in the hospital. I don't know why.
Well, you almost killed
And then,
yourself when you did that.
He had to
The guy-
go because
the guy
I was
came over
getting
and said-
tired, you know. I didn't sleep all night long, look
Yeah,
after him,
yeah.
you know. I thought he was going to choke sometimes,
Yeah,
he coughed,
yeah,
you know. And
yeah.
then I said to him, I said, I'm going to stay up all night and look after you. And all the sheets were soaking wet. I had to wash them
Yeah,
the next
yeah.
day. And I went over to the neighbors, the section man, the foreman.
Yeah.
His foreman's son was visiting there. He had days off. He worked for the railroad, you know.
Uh-huh.
And he come home for about 3-4 days. So I went over and see they're good friends of ours, his foreman there and his wife. And so I went there and asked, I wonder if Ray could take Walter to the hospital. I'll be sick myself. I said, I'll be tired and sick. I've been up all night long trying to take the fever out of him. He's got pneumonia, I think, and he's coughing a lot. I'm scared he might choke, I said. And she said, okay. And then Ray said, I'll get ready right away. Tell Walter to get ready, and you guys get ready. I'll be over there in a few minutes, take him to the doctor. So we took him to the doctor. You stay in the hospital, eh, Walter?
Stayed overnight.
Yeah, stayed overnight.
Is that all?
The guy come with a grader the next day to visit me, so he called up a grader and went home. I would have died if she hadn't looked after me, I guess.
Oh, gee. So that's how you got together.
Yeah, and then
That's how you met.
what did you went and see the doctor again, eh? And he
I guess
asked
I'm
you, how did
penicillin
you
or
get
something.
better? He said to you.
Oh yeah, she put hot on my hot cloth to see on my
Yeah,
chest and
yeah.
on my back,
Yeah,
and she kept changing them, kept it hot.
yeah.
I went back about 3 days and I saw the doctor. Well, gee, he looked, he said, well, gee, what's happened to your lung? He said, it's
All
really,
clear.
It's cleared up. It really cleared up, he said.
Yeah.
He said, I didn't think it would ever clear up that quick.
Yeah, and you told
Yeah, I
him
told him that
that
she was
Mary had
doctored.
doctored you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So
now
I
they
kinda-
want you to go work at the hospital then, huh? Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
my grandmother, which was helpful, you know, when my grandmother teach me how, and she said, one of these days you have kids, you got to learn everything. She teach me all that, my
Oh,
granny.
yeah. Did
you know,
any
my
of your kids
grandmother.
get pneumonia?
Oh yeah, they used to get sick, my kids, you know. And
How many?
one was always sick, and he had TB. You know,
Oh,
finally
oh.
he had TB, and he had to go to the hospital for 6 months. He went in, and a girl had TB too. There's just the two of them that were sick all the time.
Yeah.
Every time a flu come around, they had
Oh, my
pneumonia.
goodness.
You know, and
All 12 of them.
they never get sick. That
Oh,
just
boy.
the two there. The ones they had TB too, and they had to go to.
Oh, those were the ones that
yeah,
always got
yeah.
sick. They were weakened by it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So they had to go to the
Yeah.
TB hospital. One stayed a year. Yeah, the girl, she stayed 6 months, and the boy stayed a year.
Oh, yeah,
in the TB
yeah,
hospital.
yeah.
And now they have all my kids all the time now, 'cause I had TB myself too, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And one in a family, when like me, I had, my grandmother had, my mom's mother, and my mother, she had TB, and myself, and then my kids, two of my kids, and two of my grandchildren. It just comes in a family,
Yeah,
like, you know.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
so I never did, we always had a checkup all the time, you know, trying to find out if anybody's got
Yeah,
TB.
yeah.
Once
So then-
you have TB, they always check on you. You
'Cause
have
you get
three
it-
X-rays.
You
yeah.
get it
See,
easily again.
She
huh?
had her TB in her spine, you see.
Oh, I see. In the spine.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the lungs.
No, it wasn't a lungs too, a quarter hole in my left lung, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And then in my spine was the worst where I
Oh
had
boy,
it,
I'll
you
bet
know.
that was painful.
Oh yeah, you know, and every second day they give you a needle. Two orderlies, two men, they hold your head and your feet together as tight as you can, you know, and then the doctor give you a needle in between your bones. Oh, that ever hurt, you know? And then you got to lay flat 24 hours. If you don't, that medicine is so strong, it goes in your head and you don't know nothing if you get up and walk around, you know.
Oh yeah.
So you got to listen to the doctor, what he tells
Oh
you,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
A woman went there like that. She had TB in her spine the same as time I was in there. And she walked around. I'm not going to listen to the doctor. She said she walked around after they give her the needle. She was going to sneak away and go borrow a tape recorder for another woman, you know. So she walked. And then we see her, oh, she just fly up in the air like that from her bed up and down. And they had rails on her, you know. And I called the nurse. I rang the bell and the nurse come running. What's happening, Mary? She said to me. Look, that lady there. She said she walk around after she got her needle like I do. I have. And you got to lay flat 24 hours. They give you something to drink in a straw, you know, soup or anything. Just have soup and milk and juice and water, you know. And she was sick. They took her to Panoka. After that, she lost her mind and
Oh,
she
boy.
was flying up in the air and down and up and down, and she tried to keep still. They tie her down. She just fight, you know, fight everything. Oh, that was terrible. I told that's what you get, Mary. She said, if you don't listen to me, he said.
So you did.
I listened to him. I'm still glad.
Do you
to be
listen to
alive.
Walter?
No.
You don't
She's,
listen.
pretty badly crippled. Yeah. She all of a sudden, you know, she'd just go crippled. Her legs would just.
Oh, yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
legs, I
When she
just
get-
fall down any
When she
time.
gets older, the doctor told her to see it affects her now when she's getting older. Arthritis in it or something like that.
Now, when did you guys get married?
We didn't get married.
Oh,
I
Oh.
look after her when she's sick, and she look after me when I'm sick.
oh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
we've been
So
doing
that
that
was
ever
up at Charlie Lake.
She's been sick more than me.
Fortune John.
Well, you can always still get married over at the church. Imagine that'd be quite a wedding. You could get all your 12 kids there,
Yeah, that's right.
and they've all got kids now too, haven't they?
Yeah, they do.
Boy, I'll bet. Now, how did from Charlie Lake did you 69,
68.
68? Then where did you go from there?
He came to Honeymoon Creek where he worked for the highways,
Mm-hmm.
Walter, and then we moved to, where did we move that time? To Arrow Lakes.
Arrow Lakes. Oh,
Not
yeah.
Arrow Lakes, Belford. Belford?
Belford, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Belford.
beautiful over
But
there.
it didn't stay there very long. moved
We
away.
didn't stay there very long.
There's no
He
place
had
to
his
park
son-in-law
the-
bring
no
our
place to
trailer
park the
down there.
trailer. No
Oh,
trailer parks.
oh,
I
yeah.
couldn't find a place to park it,
Yeah.
so I moved to Shore Acres, was the trailer.
Oh yeah.
That's halfway between Nelson and Castlegar.
Yeah, that's beautiful country. over
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice
I
in the
really like
Isn't it?
summertime.
Nelson
Yeah.
and Castlegar.
Oh,
How
yeah.
come we knew that place when he was working on the highways? Did you have a month's holiday that time we drove around?
Yeah, I
The
think
time
I
we
took
went
it
to,
back,
from
I got
Prince
3
George,
weeks. I got 3 weeks with Pyle.
Prince George, and all the way to Edmonton, and back the Kootenays, Creston,
Mm-hmm.
and
I've
Cranbrook.
been through there.
Yeah,
I've been through those
Cranbrook,
places. Yeah,
Preston.
yeah.
And then we come to Castlegar. We come to Nelson, Belford. We come around the ferry, and we come to Nelson, and then we come to Castlegar, and then we went home back this way, Kamloops, you know, Cass Creek, and way down to Prince George again, go home.
Where was home?
That's when we were living in Honeymoon Creek.
Oh
there,
yeah.
At when he was working
At
for
Charlie
the
Lake.
No,
At Charlie Lake.
Pine Pass.
Pine
Pine
Pass.
Pass.
That's
Oh.
I was working for the Prince George.
I know Pine Pass. You know
Yeah.
the river there, the Pine
miserable
River?
place.
Prince George had a camp there. See,
Yeah.
Prince George Highway
Yeah,
Department.
yeah.
Right in the Pine Pass on the left-hand side going up.
I know that area. Yeah. Chetwynd, Pine
yeah,
Pass.
Yeah, where Chetwynd's on the other side.
Yeah, I know, but that general area. I caught a grayling in the river there.
Oh, yeah, I caught some graylings there,
Yeah,
too.
I caught a
Yeah, there was
grayling.
grayling in the river.
Yeah, it was unusual. I caught grayling there.
Yeah,
So
they're
then
good-
from
they're good
now,
fish.
when did you finally come to, well, you've been here about 6 months, Princeton?
5.
5 months.
That's what the caretaker's wife was. She said, you've been here 5 months. It was 4.5 months, I guess.
Yeah.
Where?
Here.
That's 5 times I paid her.
Oh yeah, 5 times now. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we lived in Higley before we moved here.
Oh,
3 years and a half, Walter.
31 months.
In
31
Headley.
and a half months.
did you know Jim and Kathy Berg?
Oh, yeah.
Did you know them?
They're our
Yeah.
best friends. We lived close to
Oh,
them. They're our neighbors.
oh.
They looked after our cats when we went for a trip someplace.
Wow,
Sure,
you know
sure,
what? They
sure.
took care of my son.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, Kathy, she always tended her house there.
Yeah,
Cats,
yeah,
we fed
yeah,
her in
yeah.
a weird place.
So you knew them. Now,
Oh.
where were you? You know, they lived right in the corner there, and he had that big shop in the back.
Yeah, we just lived alongside that big shop in the teacher.
Big building there, fenced
Okay,
in. Yeah,
okay.
right in the
Yeah, I
corner
know where you
there.
are then. Yeah, yeah.
School teachers.
Yeah, yeah. So you knew Dave Smith.
Huh?
Did you know Dave Smith? The principal at the Headley School?
No.
You
No,
didn't know him? No.
we don't know anybody.
No, you see,
We
you
go
rent-
pay for the office there in Karamias
Karamias,
for
the
our
school
rent.
board.
We always go
Mhm.
pay over there. You know.
At the
School
school.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
school board office.
Yeah.
School board office in
Yeah,
Karamias.
yeah. Okay.
And, the rent was cheap there,
I'll bet.
$225 a month, but
Yeah.
in 31 and a half months, we had 7,000, and then half a month's rent, $68, I think. $7,000 and 68.
You might as well buy a lot, huh?
Yeah. Well, the payments on this thing I bought
Yeah,
is 31 months. I pay $200 a month,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I own it.
yeah, right, yeah, yeah.
But we thought they wouldn't accept us to, to pay by the month. But then we get our assistance,
Oh,
we get
I paid
our
on a
old
pickup
age
one thing
stuff
another,
and all
so-
that, I thought they wouldn't accept us because we don't owe nothing around,
You didn't get
Only
through the bank. This
Simpson Shears
I
and
bought it directly from Benson to
That's
see the
in
private deal.
Oh, I see, yeah.
We got us through the real estate. They paid the real estate.
Yeah,
then
yeah,
They
yeah.
financed it.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they send phone all over if we had any credit.
Oh yeah, they
someplace.
got to check your credit references. And
Yeah.
all that.
Well, I'll tell you what. Now we've come up to the present with you, right? Now we'll start on him.
Yeah.
I was going to show you here where Slave Lake is.
Okay. Well, so you can knit for a while, okay? You can pitch in if you want. Okay.
Yeah, don't show it here, but this Slave Lake town here, and then Wabasco's up around.
Oh,
this-
right up there, yeah.
on this end of the lake. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
This is here, my glasses on, I can't see there. I can see good at a distance, but for reading sometimes I just burp. Yeah, that's High Prairie,
Mm-hmm.
Boss, Canuso, down in Slave Lake town, then you go on around.
You want an orange?
Oh, thank you, yeah.
Wabasco.
Yeah, okay.
I drove this from Headley one time. She stayed up there about a month's distance.
Yeah?
I went to pick her up. I drove from Headley. I left at 3:30.
Yeah.
And I got into Peace River Town next day at 3:30. Right close to 3:30.
You drove
But
around the clock.
I gained an hour. It'd be 25
Yeah.
25 hours there.
Wow, that was a long drive.
Well, I stopped 2 hours at one place there
Did you sleep?
at Terry Fox rest area there in the
Yeah.
mountains.
Resting area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I slept right a little rider down the road around me.
You were scared of the deer in the spring. There's lots of deer in
I
the road.
stopped. I wouldn't have stopped, but there's so many animals on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And next morning I got up and I went about a mile down the road and I see there's some guy that hit a elk,
Yeah.
smash these little pick up all the
Gee.
they
Yeah.
haul the elk away. No, after dark it's bad.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
the spring of the year.
They come out for the salt.
Yeah.
You know they salt the highways in the winter?
Oh, yeah.
And the deer come out for the salt.
I suppose that's what
Yeah,
they do.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know in the spring you see it.
You see them right on the side of the road
Yeah.
licking the gravel?
Yeah,
That's for the salt. They're after the salt from the highway.
yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose that's what it's for, yeah.
So now
But
let's
then-
start. Let's start with day one with you, okay? So you were born in 1914, February.
Yeah, February.
Yeah.
February
Okay.
3rd.
Tell me everything you can remember about that day.
Well, it seems like I remember I go whack, whack, whack. I can remember things when I was 3 years old.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay.
remember-
Where did you live?
We lived north of Castor, Alberta,
Okay.
3 miles. I was up there afterwards, but then so many years ago since I was there, I don't know whether I could go to the same place or not.
And your folks moved up from Chicago and Missouri.
My mother come from,
Chicago,
yeah, but they
Hmm.
didn't get married down there. They got married up in
Alberta. Yeah. And then you had how many
Seven.
brothers and sisters?
Well, there's 7 in the family. 5 sisters and 2 boys.
And did you spend a lot of time in Castor area? Did you grow up there? Like 20 years, 15 years, or?
No, I was about 15, I think. When I got up to Grimshaw, I was 15 or 16 or something
Mhm.
like that. I'm say sure. That'd be in 1930. Grimshaw.
And then you moved away to Grimshaw.
Yeah, well, we stopped at Grimshaw. We had cattle and horses, and we had to put feed. We had quite
Oh.
a few cattle and quite a few head of horses,
Mm-hmm.
and we hayed there at that Bear Lake at Grimshaw.
Oh, yeah.
Put up hay along the lake.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of a bluegrass or something. wrong.
Good grass, huh?
Well, if you put it up green,
Mm.
it's not really bluegrass. That's what they call it, bluegrass or blue top. Or
Was it
something.
wild grass?
Yeah,
Prairie
yeah.
grass? Yeah.
No, it's long grass along the edge of the lake. It
Oh.
goes up high to the shoulder, high to the head.
Oh, it's sort of like sedges.
Yeah,
Sedges and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it looks kind of like red top, but it ain't red top. You see, it's a different color and different colored heads on. You cut it with a mower and then you bunch it up. Me and 2 other guys. The other guy, he was a little. He wasn't quite as strong as old Mac and me, so we'd take a whole stoop. You see, we had stoops
Mhm.
up. One would get on each side of the stoop, put the whole stoop up at once. About a big hay wagon.
Yeah.
You would put a lot of hay, then we'd get a team of horses driving back and forth across the stack and top it down.
Oh,
so you
really, huh?
Pack it down as hard as you can.
How come you
Yeah.
packed it so tight?
Well, it's better for the hay. It's you put it up fairly green, you see, and then
Does it sort of like ferment?
Well, it's kind of like sugargrass. No.
Not like silage?
No,
No?
it didn't.
Hmm.
It comes out just as dry and nice and green.
No.
That's the first time I ever trumped hay with horses, but that's the way they packed it down.
I'd
It's
never
bulky-
heard of that.
It's bulky, you know, that stuff.
Hmm.
We put a small, good-sized stacks down
Oh, man. From dawn to dusk, huh?
there.
It would start early, the crack of light, and then work till dark?
Oh, yeah, some days we wouldn't.
And if there was a moon out, did you work at night?
No.
No, you quit, huh?
If I'd been working by myself, I probably would have. But that guy said, quit. I used to work day and night when I was farming, and
Still you're poor.
yeah, all the hard work I'd done, if I had to sit down by the creek and fish, I'd been just as well off.
You figure that?
Well, for all I got out of it. I
Yeah.
made lots of money at the time, you know. But,
It all disappears.
one old guy told me, he says, Walter, he says, you know, it doesn't matter how much you make. What counts is what you do with that money after you make it. But then money, I don't just believe in the money system anyway. They're interesting.
You would have made a good Doukhobor then. You know the Doukhobors?
Yeah.
They didn't believe in
money.
money.
Time over around Castlegar.
You know,
Yeah.
in Edmonton, I stayed in Edmonton after I lost my husband. I stayed in Edmonton there. I worked in a cafe there, washed dishes at Queen's Hotel in Edmonton. And, you see them there. My day off was on Saturday. And you see them Dokabor women's chickens, you know, by the legs. They hold them and pack them on their, trying to sell them, you know,
Yeah.
men all over too.
Yeah.
And eggs, they have, some of them they carry eggs by the box and
Yeah.
chickens over their shoulders, you know,
Yeah.
with two tied up in their legs to swing them
One
up.
on each side.
Yeah.
Yeah. And alive.
Yeah.
And the chickens were, no, were the chickens
They're killed.
alive?
No, they're killed. They're cleaned out. Cleaned out. They're on the plastic sacks, you know.
Oh.
They're clean, but just their feet are tied together, and you just put them on their shoulders.
One each side, eh?
Yeah,
One behind, one in
Yeah,
front.
yeah.
yeah. And they sell them right on the street.
That's where I used to pack rabbits sometimes.
Yeah.
Jackrabbits in Alberta.
I used to carry them on my belt. I'd stick the legs through my belt
Yeah.
and then tie them together with snare wire.
But the big jackrabbits. They had
No,
to-
these were snowshoe
Oh,
rabbits,
yeah.
snowshoes.
Them rabbits over there big, you know.
Oh yeah, they're heavy,
You
big,
get-
heavy.
Hang them over
Yeah.
your shoulder. At that time, I was just a kid. They'd been there dragging the
Yeah,
ground.
they were heavy, big things. Yeah, I don't think I ever shot one. Maybe I shot one. We shoot. They used to be in Minnesota. We'd hunt pheasants.
Yeah, they'd have the same rabbits down there.
Yeah,
the jackrabbits.
Yeah,
they call
the big
them.
jackrabbits.
Yeah.
They were big. So now let's see. You were about. We've reached age 17 approximately.
No, I'd be about. I think I was 16 or 15 or 16 when I was at.
Stacking hay.
Well, that I was born in 1914,
Yeah.
and that was 1929. 19
Right at the
that
Depression.
winter was 1929.
That was the
1930.
Depression. The
And,
Depression.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you get hurt by that?
Hey.
Did you get hurt by the Depression?
Well, no, we also had lost to eat.
Yeah.
You lost all your horses, the ones you
Oh
travel
yeah.
with.
Yeah.
How'd you lose them?
Well, they didn't get acclimatized when you move up to. Next spring we went to Fort St. John. You see,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's where most of the horses died off.
What'd they get
call-
that? Equine
well,
fever?
They call it swamp fever. or
Equine fever.
something. Equine fever.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
call it up there swamp fever.
Yeah.
There wasn't no swamps there much, but they call it swamp fever.
Yeah, but mosquitoes.
You know, it might be. After they acclimatize, it doesn't bother them.
Yeah.
See, if you get raised copes there, and it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
They just get to, you know, they walk around and they eat, but then they just get dopier and dopier, and they finally die.
That must be sad.
Yeah.
You really loved your horses, didn't
Yeah.
you?
Well, we thought quite a bit of our horses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you have a horse, you feel sorry for it when
Oh
it
yeah,
dies.
they're
Just
wonderful.
like my little puppy, if somebody killed it, oh, I would be
Where's your puppy?
broken-hearted.
Oh, I left
He's
you
in
in
the
the truck.
truck. He'll
What?
be frozen in
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
You
that's
better
it.
get him.
Oh, that's a bring it in.
Yeah, go get him.
Let him finish his.
No, that's okay. You can
Oh.
interrupt.
At that time, when I was 16, you know, I lived with my grandmother for about. I just lived with her for 2 months, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
When I left the mission, that's when my brother come and tell me there was a job.
Yeah, I remember that.
So,
yeah.
so then my
Those 2
brother would
months?
stay in town there 2 months, you know.
Yeah.
Before I went to work, he'd come there and tell us there's going to be a dance,
Oh yeah.
and then we have to ask our dad. We don't just go, you know. We had to listen to Dad. If he said no, we don't go to the dance. He said yes, we can go and come right home after the dance is over.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't sleep till the night comes. The next night comes. We ought to do our chores and wash clothes, whatever we have to do, cook supper, you know. And he won't let us sleep. But we got the best of him. We used to pack our blankets, you know, and then we used to sleep in the sandy beach, you know,
Oh,
nice
yeah?
sandy beach.
On the
and
lake. On the lake.
Yeah, on the lake, about an hour
Yeah.
or two. Nigger!
Hi. Hi. Hi.
An hour or two, and then we go home, and then we don't
Hi.
get sleepy.
Hi.
And one time my dad asked us, what happened to you girls? Did you guys sleep someplace? Oh, we slept at our auntie's, we tell him. We didn't tell him we took our blankets and sleep in the sandy beach, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then we go working there, and he trying to punish us, I guess. We don't sleep, you know, till it's time for bed next evening.
We probably figured you
But
wasted
then we
some.
didn't mind it, you know, because
It
my
was too
brother
much
come and
fun.
pick us up and bring us home too, you know.
Yeah, it was too much fun, huh?
Yeah, so much fun. Yeah.
So this is your dog.
Yeah, that's my nigger boy. Hey, nigger boy, yeah.
He's getting gray.
Cold,
Where's-
yeah, he's shivering.
You got a gray whiskers.
When he's just little, he's...
Go on, sit over there on the couch. Go on.
Hi, can I pet you? Can I pet you? Make friends? Have you got some terrier in you? He feels like you might have terrier.
Yeah, he's got some terrier in him.
Yeah.
He got them white markings and stuff after he's about a year old.
Well, you suppose he's a collie? A border collie?
No,
Don't chew on my camera.
don't you chew on that.
Yeah,
The
don't
guy
chew on
told
my...
me he thought he was part Yorkshire Terrier. He
Oh,
had
yeah.
a kind of black one like that with
Yeah.
grey hair.
Yeah.
But then I see a
Come.
picture of
Come on,
Yorkshire
sit over
Terrier
here.
and they got big
Look
long
up
hair in
there.
his ear.
Huh. Uh-huh.
Don't look like Yorkshire. Might be Scotch Terrier.
Yeah.
His mother was just a little, not as big as him, you know.
Oh,
A
yeah.
little black dog
Huh.
with curly hair. He
Yeah.
had curly hair.
Is he a Headley dog?
No. It's, we got him from her sister down at Peace River.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Now you sit and
They
you
had
good.
him named already. He was just a little pup that sit
Yeah.
on their two hands.
Yeah, I'll bet he was cute.
They called him Nigger.
Yeah, I'll bet he was cute. He was so
We
black.
went
Huh?
down there 1 year afterwards, and you know he remembered her sister.
Is
Yeah.
that right? Yeah.
Oh, gee, you're so happy. Whoop, 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 whoop,
Yeah,
whoop.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Huh.
Yeah, you remembered her.
Now go to sleep.
There.
Lay down. Go on. Over there, maybe on the couch. Go on.
He's still sucking his mother.
You
when
sit
I got
stiller
him.
now.
I had to learn
Behave
him how-
yourself.
I learned him how to eat, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I had to walk
I guess he's glad to come
I put
in.
him inside my
Yeah,
tent.
he's cold. I can
Stick
see
his
his
head
fur
out.
is really cold.
Yeah,
He's happy
yeah.
to come in.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's see. Where were we at when we were talking and we remembered the dog?
Oh, yeah, I was
You
putting
were,
up hay down
yeah.
at Bear Lake.
yeah.
And then went thrashing that fall. This first year I went on the thrashing rig. But I handled lots of feed, you know, bundles and that pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And we worked long hours there. You talk about working from dawn till dusk. They worked from daylight till dark. Then they hung a lantern up by the feeder.
Oh, no, and then you worked by the
It
lantern,
was
huh?
late that fall. It was so wet they couldn't. And
Oh,
they had to, when the pine dried up, they had to go day and night.
yeah, yeah.
And I just retired. I just lay down and seemed like I just laid down and getting up again.
How long would you sleep, though?
Well, I wouldn't sleep very long. It'd be
4 hours?
4 or
5 hours?
5 hours.
That's it, yeah.
But when you're tired, you know, it just seems like a minute.
Yeah,
Lay
yeah,
down and
Yeah,
get up
yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So then I went after thrashing. I went and I worked for an old guy picking roots. That's the first time I ever picked roots.
Oh, yeah.
Off his, breaking, you know.
They break the land,
And
yeah.
they break the land up and then they gotta go over it with a grub pole and an axe and
Mm-hmm.
pick roots off there, you know. Ones that are loose and you
Yeah.
chop the other little to get them loose out of the sod.
Yeah.
I worked there about a week and I just quit.
That's
Oh, he
tough.
said you work too hard. Take it easy. He said, take your time. And I said I just didn't cut out for picking roots. I didn't
Yeah.
like this job, but I wouldn't do it. I was the end of picking roots. Next time I picked roots, I did it for myself. I
Yeah.
was breaking it.
Yeah, I'll bet. Your own land.
I didn't even like picking roots then. But
Yeah. What, did you get a homestead then, or what? Did you buy
Yeah.
some land?
No, we homesteaded it, 50 miles north of Fort St. John.
Oh, yeah. Can you name the place?
Buick Creek.
Buick.
Well, we called it Buck Creek then. And
Oh.
Buck Creek and Squaw Creek and but they don't.
Was that right on the highway?
No, it's on the old Nelson Trail.
Oh. No, I never
The
went on there.
highway, when they put the highway, it come a little bit west
Mm.
over on by Snyder Creek.
Was that a quarter section then?
Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
I wasn't old enough to file on the homestead.
Oh,
One of my, see, in them days you get somebody else to file for you. I
Uh-huh,
got one of my uncles to file for me.
yeah.
Then when I got old enough, he abandoned it,
Oh,
and then I filed on it. See.
oh, I see. The same one.
Yeah, and my dad, he done pretty much the same thing for my brother. He
Mm.
didn't want the land next to himself because he figured he'd die
Mhm.
pretty soon anyway.
Mhm.
But
Hmm.
he piled on it, and then when my brother got old enough to,
There it is. Right. It's all there, yeah.
he just made a deal out $1 to see him give it to him.
Is that right?
He didn't want the land
Oh,
himself.
yeah. Huh.
Then my
So how
sister-
long did you own it up? Did you get the did you file and work it for 5 years or 10 years?
Yeah,
Or?
yeah.
So you got it.
I proved it up there.
You proved it up. That's
At
what I
that
was.
time, they stopped. They had an election, you know, and the conservative man, he brought the ballot box. So
Hmm.
Jim Stewart from
Yeah.
Rose Prairie. I used to tease him after that. I said, "Look, you brought the darn box up for the conservatives." I said, the ballot box.
Yeah.
And I said, and then you went and voted CCF. No, I voted conservative. There's one conservative vote, and all the rest was CCF. Vote up there.
So it was pretty obvious. I'll bet you made those, huh?
No,
Oh.
but Walter went and buy them.
Oh.
So I always teased him. And I said, I know you voted CCF because I said, I voted conservative.
So, and there's only one
I
vote.
used to have lots of fun with him. Yeah. So they stopped all, they was working, cutting the road to the Blueberry Bush, clearing land, let you work your taxes out, you know. and
Yeah.
They worked and gonna build a road up there and all thing another. After that election, all work stopped. No more piling on homesteads in that
Is that
Blueberry
right?
area.
It's lucky you got in, huh?
Yeah. And if you wanted to pile on a second homestead or anything, you had to go way down below a certain line down in Montney Valley there.
Oh, really?
And
That's no good. You have your land too far apart. You couldn't work it.
There was a lot of homesteaders up there. See, every damn quarter was taken up there.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what they done? There's no way to make a living, no chance of getting the road. The biggest part of them, they put their pack in their back and their axe. That's all some of them had, you know.
Walked away.
And walked away and left her. They had to.
Gee.
Them that had, there was Mars up there, and us, and old Frank Ed said, old Fox, and this Ed sitting Fox beside the river. They had a few head of cattle to see, and or not Fox, he wouldn't have a cow, but he had a horse, he had some horses. They stayed there, see, if they had livestock. Otherwise, there's no way to make a living, not a day's work to be had. You had to live off the country, you know. You made your own butter and you grow your own meat.
You shot your own moose? Shot a moose in the fall?
Yeah, and shoot. There's all kinds of.
Didn't matter whether it was fall or not, huh?
No, we shot one. Well, we never shot moose in the summer because we can't keep the meat. We always
Mm-hmm.
shot them in the fall, winter.
You ever eat dry meat?
You bet. I make it. Jerky. Have you ever made jerky?
No.
I make it, yeah. Oh, that's good.
I got some moose meat, dry meat there.
Yeah. No, I make jerky.
Hmm.
And I make smoked smoked fish.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Hey, do you ever want to use a smoker? If you catch a bunch of
No.
fish out here?
No, we don't. We don't know. Where do you get a smoker?
I've got it. You can
No.
use it. You want to
No.
use it?
Yeah, we
Okay.
have some fish in the summer. In the
Mhm.
spring we go, maybe stay 3-4 nights in Otter Lakes every spring when the fish is fresh, you know, and nice in the, after the winter.
Well, you can load that smoker of mine right in the back of your pickup
Oh.
and go plug it in out at Otter Lake somewhere. It's
I don't know
electric.
much about smoking.
It's electric.
Oh,
Oh, it's easy. Yeah.
you gotta show me how you make those. Yeah, what you say, jerky?
Mm-hmm. I call it jerky. I can make bread and I can make jerky.
Hmm.
I make a pretty good loaf of bread, but I'm no good at anything else.
You know what meals were in Fort St. John in the 30s?
No.
Hunters, some people will name a hunter. They had a cafe there in Fort St. John. 25 cents a meal. And you got all you eat. They set everything on the table. You take all the potatoes, all the meat there.
Oh,
Just like eating
Not
home.
like now.
yeah, they do.
Coffee is 60 cents now
Yeah.
at that.
At the Copper Cup.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You won't see me
Well,
here now
there's-
too much. I told that waitress.
Is that right? They raised it on you, huh?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
What's
like
it
to go there after I shopping, you know, after
Mhm.
shopping,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
go have a rest there and have a cup of coffee or tea, you know.
Mm-hmm. I still got some jerky in my freezer.
Hmm.
It lasts forever, you know. It's like pemmican. They dug up a ball of pemmican over in Penticton. Some farmer
Mhm.
thought it was a rock. He was plowing, and he dug up this ball of pemmican, and it had been in the ground for who knows how long.
It's still good.
I guess so. I wouldn't have eaten it, but I guess it was still there. It hadn't rotted.
Yeah, they make. They used to.
You ever make sauerkraut?
No.
I tried to make
if it's
some
a-
sauerkraut. I couldn't make it. I want to. I like sauerkraut, you know. And
You do?
yeah, we got a 5-gallon.
Jug?
Yeah, here.
For years and years, well, my dad, he started making sauerkraut up in Blueberry first.
You want something
Then
to
I
eat?
got a keg, 10-gallon keg
You
of
won't
factory
eat it
on the
anyway.
pack horse. There for many years, every fall I'd fill that there, make a 10-gallon keg of sauerkraut.
You would, yeah.
I made some, where was it, man? She was with me. See, I couldn't get good cabbage. The cabbage down here, they don't seem to, it's not firm.
I
enough
raise
or
good
something.
cabbage.
Yeah.
Oh, you can raise good cabbage right here. It's cold. This is colder, you know.
Oh yeah, I guess it would be better up on it's higher up
Yeah,
here.
yeah. No, they raise good cabbage around here. In this, Carameus or Headley, no. But we're higher.
There's someplace down there I bought this cabbage, and it looked all right, and by God, it didn't make very good sauerkraut too. That
Mm-mm,
wasn't salt enough.
no.
and firm enough.
Well, let's see. Where are we at? Where are you now?
Good.
You were homesteading, okay?
Oh yeah. Yeah, some of them they went out when they got the one.
Wish
that,
he had a wife that would
proved up,
stay
you know.
home and look
the
after
one that
his
set it
farm.
out
He
and
would
proved
still
their
have
place
the
up.
farm.
They went out to Martin and they homesteaded.
Mm.
But like tomorrow's up there and us, we
It's
stayed
good,
out
but
there.
And you proved up. You stayed with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You were tougher than average.
Yeah, well, they had, they were the same as us, they had quite a few horses. There was only two across the Blueberry River, Mars and our outfit. The rest all moved out.
So you could buy homesteads for a song then, huh? If you'd have wanted to buy them.
Well, I had one leased, it wasn't very much, I had to pay, I had it leased for 100 years, I threw that up afterwards too. It was
How many
too
years?
A 100-year lease, I just, you couldn't lease one for that long now.
You had a 100-year lease?
Yeah.
For how much a year?
I forget how much, it's just a small sum.
Like $20?
I
$50?
don't think it's even that much, about $10 or $12, I think something
Just
like that.
imagine if you
Yeah.
still had that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They stopped that a short time after they had that quarter there. And then you lease.
What did you do? Just let it
lease
go?
for 5 years then, and then you're subject for release.
Yeah,
so you're
yeah,
subject
yeah.
for reassessment.
But you had a 100-year lease.
Yeah, a 100-year lease
And
on
you
one
let it
quarter.
go.
Yeah.
Shame.
That's right.
Shame.
You could lease for any amount of time. That land, they just figured it would be worse than that, I guess. Just
Now
so
it's
long.
probably good country, isn't it?
Well, they settled it all up after I left there, and they made farms all over.
Oh, yeah,
It's not
yeah.
a farming country
Yeah,
yet, you know.
yeah.
They have